UN chief pleaded international community to maintain a dialogue with the Taliban. The news in detail. UN chief Antonio Guterres pleaded for nations to continue dialogue with the Taliban during an interview with AFP on Thursday. He expressed fears that the hardening Islamists return to power in Afghanistan could embolden jihadists in the Sahel. We must maintain a dialogue with the Taliban where we affirm our principles directly, a dialogue with a feeling of solidarity with the Afghan people, he said. Our duty is to extend our solidarity to a people who suffer greatly, where millions and millions risk dying of hunger, added the Secretary General. Guterres said that the world must avoid an economic collapse in Afghanistan. Without calling for the lifting of international sanctions or the release of Afghan funds frozen around the world, the UN had predicted that financial instruments would allow Afghanistan's economy to breathe. The United Nations has warned about 97% of Afghanistan's population may sink below the poverty line unless the country's political and economic crises are addressed. In a report released on Thursday, the United Nations Development Programme said that the poverty rate could increase by up to 25% as a result of the contraction of Afghanistan's real gross domestic product. Half of the country is already in need of humanitarian support. Even before the Taliban's rapid takeover last month, Afghanistan was heavily aid-dependent, with more than a third of the country's GDP drawn from foreign funding. The UN is urging that the Taliban allow aid workers to do their jobs. Afghanistan now faces a humanitarian and development disaster resulting from political instability, frozen foreign reserves, a collapsed public finance system, a crush on local banking because of this, as well as the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. UN chief also urged Afghanistan not to be a center of terrorism and not to lose the rights of women and girls acquired during the previous period and more. He said that if we want different ethnic groups to be able to feel represented, until now, in the discussions that we have had, there is at least a receptivity to talk, added Guterres, who does not rule out going to Afghanistan one day if conditions are right. What the UN wishes is an inclusive government where all components of Afghan society are represented, and this first preliminary government announced a few days ago does not give that impression, he added. He said Afghanistan must be governed in peace and stability with the rights of the people respected. News Desk, Karma News.